Давайте, я не возражаю, как
Hello again, dear friends, colleagues. Welcome to the second day of the virtual Russian education fair. Today we're starting our webinar series with one of the leading medical universities, Voronezh State Medical University. I would like to remind you, dear friends, that this university is ranked in the top 1000 in the QS and the higher times rankings. So we will have the representatives with us from Voronezh State Medical University that will give us more information about the tuition fees in the university, the admission, the available programs, and all related information for international students. So, dear our representatives from Voronezh University, do you hear us?
Yes,
How are
we
you today?
we hear you perfectly.
Great.
Good afternoon, everybody, dear colleagues. We are happy to meet you here at this international educational presentation. I am Irina Torubarova, a staff member of the Department of International Relations, Voronezh Burdenko State Medical University. Nowadays, education in Russia is increasingly becoming international in nature. This implies tackling challenges of economic, social, and international significance, such as an increasing competitiveness of Russian specialists at the international level, better quality of provided educational standards, and increase of the status and reputation of the Russian education, creating multicultural environment, enabling development of peaceful relations between countries, and broaden international partnership. We present Voronezh Medical University in the context of global trends and perspectives. In 2015, the UN Open-Ended Working Group on Sustainable Development Goals identified 17 promising development goals, and Goal 4 was formulated as follows: ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. One of the targets it includes is by 2030, ensure that all learners acquire the knowledge and skills needed to promote sustainable development, including human rights, gender equality, promotion of a culture of peace and non-violence, global citizenship, and appreciation of cultural diversity and of culture's contribution to sustainable development. Thus, there are objectively reasonable causes for education to become international globally. Academic and professional requirements that university graduates should meet more and more reflect processes of globalization at various levels, communal, economic, marketing, etc. The major goal of higher educational institutions is to ensure adequate training of professionals consistent with the imperatives of our times. As experts state, these should not only include academic and professional knowledge, but also social, communicative, intercultural skills and attitudes. It is reported in the Internationalization of Higher Education, the study, published by European Parliament Director General for Internal Policies, that despite the currently deepening challenges of an economic, social, and cultural nature, the internationalization of higher education has an optimistic outlook. Development of an expert potential of higher education is recognized as one of the superior strategic trends in the state policy of Russia. Competitiveness of the system of national education is achieved by reinforcement of the academic prestige of the Russian higher education, increased attractiveness of the Russian universities at the global international market. Export of education is mainly aimed at the improvement of educational marketing, increased level of education and social adaptation of foreign students in Russia. Export of education provides interpersonal communication, allows broadening cultural contacts and attracting professionals with creative thinking, being involved in international economics. In this regard, Russian medical universities are no exception. In most of them, there are international institutes and faculties working successfully for many years. Participation in the international educational programs teaching international students, exchange of academic best practices and experience, development and realization of international projects are main directions of their activity. And Voronezh Burdenko State Medical University is not an exception. It is an excellent example of such an experience. Teaching international students was organized in 1991 year. Later, Department of International Students was reorganized into the International Faculty of Medical Education. In 2004, it started teaching first, second, third year international students in English language. In 2008, the International Faculty of Medical Education was rearranged into the International Institute of Medical Education and Cooperation, MIMOS in Russian. The major tasks of the MIMAs are to train highly skilled professionals who are experts in their specialty, have adequate fundamental and practical training and experience, able to work at the international level, to popularize, develop, and propagate Russian language and culture abroad, to expand the world's foremost medical achievements in Russia. Main directions of its activities are teaching international students, development of international academic mobility, realization of international projects of the university, providing increased professional qualification of the staff, attraction of international investment to develop scientific potential, information and advisory support of university students in the sphere of international partnership and cooperation. The institute is ruled by the Academic Council consisting of 6 candidates of sciences. Various issues relating to the quality of international students' education, management of the educational process, and international activity of the university are discussed by the Council. Over 1,500 medical workers from 63 countries of the world have graduated from the Institute throughout the whole period of its existence. And as you can see, 880 students from 63 countries study at Voronezh Medical University now. Academic curricula of the Institute include humanitarian, socio-economic, natural science, mathematical, medico-biological, medical preventive and clinical disciplines that meet federal state educational requirements, of course, on the corresponding specialty. Special attention is paid to the individualization of the learning process, considering national, religious, and psychological features of the students and the ways to overcome a language barrier. As estimated on February the 1st, 2020, there are 758 total students in higher education programs, specialty, 5 students enrolled in secondary vocational education programs, 42 students enrolled in postgraduate education programs, residency. On this slide, you can see distribution of international students according to the chosen specialty. In this regard, it is necessary to mention that the members of the academic staff of the university attend foreign language courses, namely English, to improve their language skills and competences and provide teaching in English not only for junior students during their first, second, and third years of study, but also for senior students in the fourth, fifth, and sixth courses. On this slide, you can see classes, practical classes in histology, biology, nursing, and clinical attachments in ophthalmology, and lectures.
Mhm, mhm.
Dental clinic of the Voronezh Burdenko State Medical University was opened in 1960. Today, it is a modern university clinic that provides dental care to adults and children of the city and region. Medical services provided by the clinic include therapeutic dentistry, surgical dentistry, dental implants, sinus lifting, pediatric dentistry, orthodontics, correction of malocclusion, complex prosthetics. In 2016, dental clinic was licensed for 24 types of medical activities. Among them are maxillofacial surgery, anesthesiology and resuscitation, preventive dentistry, general dentistry, functional diagnostics, In 2020, it won the first All-Russian award Pro-Doktorov and was nominated as the best state clinic.
Mhm.
On this slide, you can see Voronezh Pediatric Clinical Hospital. It is a teaching hospital of VSMU. Inpatient department consisting of 100 beds includes cardiological department, pulmonary department, endocrinology department. Voronezh Pediatric Clinical Hospital of Voronezh Burdenko State Medical University is supplied with high-tech and unique medical equipment. Um, we provide medical care for congenital immunodeficiencies, bronchial asthma, and atopic dermatitis combined with other clinical manifestations of polyvalent allergy, mucoviscidosis, juvenile arthritis, systemic lupus erythematosus, and some other diseases. The clinical and diagnostic laboratory has reached a new level of laboratory diagnostics, allowing for a full range of clinical, biochemical, and immunological spectrum studies, as well as PCR diagnostics. On this slide, you can see Research Institute of Experimental Biology and Medicine. It is a structural division of VSMU. It includes Laboratory of Molecular Morphology and Immunohistochemistry, Laboratory of Post-Genomic Research, Laboratory of Experimental Biological Models, Laboratory of Experimental Surgery. The main directions of research activities of the Institute are regularities of morpho and genesis and clinical and experimental practice, clinical and morphological features of the processes of regeneration of the body tissues, morpho-functional foundations of space, biomedicine, and others. Modern society makes high demands on the quality of medical care, and this in turn imposes specific requirements on the system of practical training of medical staff. The rapid development of information technologies, the growth of innovative activities, the emergence of a large number of complex high-tech medical equipment have led to the formation of an increased demand for highly qualified specialists. At the same time, at present, in medical education, the only alternative to training in humans is simulation training, developing practical skills and abilities using devices that simulate human tissues and organs, clinical situations, and complex reactions of the patient's body to the actions of the student. VSMU Simulation Center meets all these requirements. You can see on the slide. The staff of the International Institute of Medical Education and Cooperation pays much attention to organization of the leisure time of international students and their adaptation to the Russian socio-cultural environment. Students have an opportunity to celebrate their national and religious festivals. They actively participate in amateur performances, festivals of national cuisine, drama club activity, and club of the lovers of Russian folk songs. Meeting with Indian medical students together against extremism and terrorism, meetings with the Uzbek National Cultural Autonomy of the Voronezh region are just a few of the events in which students of the International Institute of Medical Education and Cooperation participate. And the scientific conference, Doctors' Profession in My Country Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow, and meetings with the Dean of the Institute, Anna Karpova, with international students who passed exams excellently, have become traditional events. You may see on the slide.
That's wonderful.
Introduction into the Russian history, customs, and traditions is an important part of the educational process that aims at involving international students into Russian culture. Tutors of the study groups provide outings to the theaters, cinemas, concerts, including concerts of Massalitinov Russian folk choir that appears to be a landmark of Voronezh region. International students take an active part in the work of Student Scientific Society and scientific conferences arranged by various departments of the university. Much attention is paid to the leisure time activity of international students. In the current, and their adaptation to the Russian socio-cultural environment. Students have an opportunity to celebrate their national and religious holidays and to take part in the sports activities. On the slide, you can see the university futsal team, which constantly represents the university at interfaculty and inter-university competitions. On this slide, you can see our sports and fitness complex, which provides students with an opportunity to do some sports, swimming, playing volleyball, football, basketball, gymnastics, and some others.
Mhm.
Here you can see the festivals celebration. Students of Mimas Institute actively participate in amateur festivals, Student Spring, Let's Hold Hands Friends, Miss VSMU, and the Days of National Cuisine Drama Club, and other leisure time activities.
Great.
In the current situation of distance learning, academic curricula are provided via two basic tools of the university specially tailored for distance learning, Moodle and webinar platform, you can see on the slide. Moreover, students seek any opportunity to communicate with their instructors. For example, physical activity is a must in the era of distance learning, and international students, even being at home, do some exercises and send recorded video to their PE teachers. We would like to demonstrate you some of the videos.
Yeah, please.
Вот третий сверху, там, где мальчик на синем фоне. Да. Мгм.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Тхакур Анчуль, и группа...
Yeah, yeah.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Тхакур Анчуль, и группа 3010. Я индийский студент.
Нет, пока еще. So you can see physical activity and physical education classes in the distance form.
Oh, this is the distance one. Okay. Okay.
Последний слайд. Не надо все. Последний слайд. And the last slide.
Okay.
Our presentation.
Great.
Support national students in the process of their adaptation is a powerful tool contributing to an increase of the university attractiveness for real and potential customers of educational services. Positive feedback of medical graduates with high level of loyalty may become an optional advertising for Russian medical universities and promote admission of new international students. And Voronezh Burdenko State Medical University is not an exemption. On the slide, you can see the last day, educational day of medical graduates. You can see how happy they are to study in the Voronezh Burdenko State Medical University. Thank you for attention.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this useful information. Going like regarding this last slide, I see a lot of international students, through the pictures you were showing us in the presentation. So kindly, can you tell us like from how many countries you have international students nowadays at Voronezh State Medical University?
This year, there are students, 880 students from 63 countries.
From 63 countries. That's great. That's great. I would like also to ask you or to highlight a little bit about Voronezh State Medical University worldwide ranking. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Just a moment, please.
I would like to ask you kindly to close the presentation so we can see each other in better range.
Well, just a second. We have prepared a big video about our university, and the video will answer on your question on international ranking.
Okay. So you would like to switch a video? Okay, they want to bring a video. Okay. But right now we don't see the video, I think, right? Still the video, guys, we cannot see the video at the moment. Maybe you need to share your screen to the video in order to...
Just a second. Yes, it's very big. Needs several seconds to be uploaded.
Okay. Take your time.
Voronezh is a city of unique combination of established traditions and modern research, a rich history and a bright present. Voronezh State Medical University is located in the very heart of the city, where all the necessary facilities, including hospitals and clinics, are concentrated. The university is consistently among the top 100 universities and the top 10 medical universities in Russia. Over the century-old history of Voronezh State Medical University, its name and status have been changed several times. However, the tradition of gathering a new generation of students at the walls of the university on the 1st of September remains unchanged.
У нас обучается свыше 6000 студентов.
Currently, our university trains more than 6,500 students. More than 2,000 faculty members are involved in teaching and scientific work.
Врачи, ежегодно.
The structure of the university is represented by 6 faculties and 3 institutes. The university has a research institute of experimental biology and chemistry, which deals with the problems of modern biomedicine, including space science. The university also has a museum complex, a repository of university history, traditions, and Voronezh healthcare on the whole. The intermediate stage between preclinical and clinical training of students is studying in the virtual educational clinic. It is equipped with modern training simulators, phantoms, and models that realistically reproduce clinical situations. It should be kept in mind that the doctor becomes a real doctor is at the patient's side. That is why only 20 out of the total of 70 departments are located in the university academic buildings. The rest are situated at the clinical sites of outpatient and inpatient hospitals. The university structure includes a dental clinic and a children's clinical hospital. The development of academic and clinical facilities is inseparably connected with extensive research activities. That is why scientific conferences and meetings are regularly held in the medical university. Voronezh State Medical University is actively involved in international activities. The university is regularly visited by foreign scientists. An integral part is a student exchange program adopted for different countries of Europe and Asia, as well as organization of language competitions. To know and to be able are two important components in the preparation of doctors. The third one, equally important, is mercy. The volunteer center always brings good deeds into the forefront and selflessly provides assistance to anyone who needs it. The university pays great attention to health-saving technologies. It stands to reason that Voronezh State Medical University has become the winner of the all-Russian competition High School of Healthy Lifestyles among medical universities of the country. Student years are not only studies, but also a bright cultural life. During extracurricular time, students can develop their talents in the Center for Students' Cultural Initiatives and the Student Sports Club. The campus creative team is a well-recognized brand, well-known far beyond our city. The last year of study is over. The solemn tradition ceremony crowns a change of difficult academic years. The great year takes the famous Hippocratic Oath. Voronezh State Medical University, named after Nikolai Milovich Burdenko, lets another generation of certified medical specialists go on a professional life.
Thank you very much for this wonderful promo video about Voronezh State Medical University. It's really seems very international university. A lot of international students joining the university itself. So, guys, let's shift to the questions that we're having from our friends and the audience watching us here. Let me start with Lisa Deakins asking about the hostel. Can you tell us a little bit about the hostel available for international students at Voronezh State Medical University?
Well, we have a hostel for international students. Unfortunately, it's not very large, not very
Okay.
big and spacious because we have a lot of students. But we represent a system
Mhm.
with help of our specialists to
Mhm.
find the best accommodation for our international students
Mhm.
and to support them on the first step on the Voronezh Earth.
Like approximately, what is the hostel fees or the apartment fees at Voronezh City?
Well, it's not very expensive. I do not have these papers next to me,
Mhm.
but I suppose about, how to translate it in international currencies.
Tell me
I
in
sup-
ruble, I will tell it.
yes, I suppose less than $100. Less.
Less than $100 monthly. Yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So let's go to the other question about coming from Caroline North. What is the deadline to apply for the next year? I believe for this year intakes it's already finished, right? Can you tell us a little bit about the next year intakes?
Well, so usually we place the information of the next year study in the beginning of June because
Mm-hmm.
this information should be confirmed by our rector.
Okay.
And I can say how much does it cost now for this year's student.
Okay.
And for the international students,
Mm-hmm.
for the current time, it costs about, well, the same problem how to introduce it
Tell me in ruble. I will tell it in USD dollar.
it's for the general medicine, the cost of 1 year is 230 тысяч рублей.
230 тысяч рублей. So guys, we are talking about approximately 3,000 USD dollar to start the general medicine at Voronezh State Medical University. That's great. Is that program available in English as well?
Yes, we are talking about
We're
English
talking about the English. Okay, so about English studying. Okay, what about pharmacy, dentistry?
pharmacy and dentistry. So for pharmacy, it is in rubles, it is 200,000. So
200,000.
yes,
So it's
and
approximately 2,600 USD dollar. Okay.
yeah, and for stomatology, not
Mm-hmm.
the dentistry, the stomatology here,
Mm-hmm.
it's about 300,000.
300,000. 300,000. It's around 4,000 USD dollar. So, can you tell us, please, what is the available programs in English once again?
Well, in English,
Yeah.
we represent only one program, general
General
medicine.
medicine. Okay. Okay. Other programs are available only in Russian language medium. So, okay. Okay. That's great. Let's go to more questions here coming from Nicola Tucker. When borders will be open for international students? I think this question is general, because of the COVID situation nowadays. Many students are not able to come to Russia, and Russian universities are not able to provide them with invitations. But maybe you can tell us a little bit about the next year. Maybe you have some information about that, or what you can tell us, guys, about that.
Yes, we are waiting for international students, and so we hope see you next year.
So do you believe that next year the borders will be open? Hopefully with our vaccine that medicine university is helping the Russian government, I believe nowadays.
We should believe, all of us.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Let's take maybe some questions in Arabic. May I ask that in Arabic with Maryam?
Okay.
Yeah. So مريم, we having one question here. ما هي الرسوم الجامعية لدراسة الطب باللغة الإنجليزية؟ أنا ممكن أجاوب على هذا السؤال مثل ما تكلمت زميلتك، وهو تقريبا 4000 دولار أمريكي. هذا بالنسبة لدراسة الأسنان، صح؟
لدراسة الأسنان تقريبا بين
تقريبا.
4000 وال 5000 هيك.
أوكي، وبالنسبة لدراسة الطب العام في اللغة الإنجليزية؟
هيدي لهيدي السنة. أما اللغة الإنجليزية بتتوفر عنا بس للطب العام.
اوكي، وكم
آه
رسومهم؟
كمان تقريبا بال4000 أو 5000، كتير بيشبه قصة الرسوم
اوكي اوكي.
الأسنان.
في عنا كمان سؤال اجانا من صالح، بيتكلم عن هل في امكانية لدراسة اللغة الروسية في السنة التحضيرية اونلاين حاليا في جامعة فارونيج؟
طبعا في جروبات، فتحنا جروبات لدراسة أونلاين
ممكن
بجامعة
تحكي لنا اكثر شوي
فاروس.
عن هذا البرنامج، عن آلية الالتحاق في الاونلاين؟
أول شيء كنا نحن نبعث الاستمارة للطلاب كرمال هن يعبوها ويبعتوا لنا إياها.
مهم.
وقت ببعتوها نحن بنفتح على شكل جروبات.
مهم.
هيدي الطريقة يعني اللي نحن فتحناها، وعن طريق الزوم
مهم.
بتتواصلوا مع المعلمة هون أو الدكتورة،
مهم.
بتحاول تشرح لهم بقدر الإمكان يعني
مهم.
عن
مهم. مهم.
بدايات.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So I was asking about the availability. Some students asking us here about the online Russian language course or the online preparatory course at Voronezh State Medical University. Maybe can you tell us a little bit for our English speaking audience about this program?
Well, we have preparatory course for English-speaking students to help them to, how to say, to go through adaptation period,
Okay.
and with Russian lessons,
Mm-hmm.
with the initial steps in Russian.
Okay, okay. But as you know, nowadays many students are staying at their home countries. They are not able to come to Russia, right? So is there any program like online preparatory course for this kind of students that they are still at their home countries? Do you providing
Yes.
that programs?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
And
Okay.
now we have some students all over the world, even from Ecuador,
Okay.
who participate in our university program
Okay.
and study Russian
Mm-hmm.
and some other disciplines.
Mm-hmm.
And we hope next year they will enter our university. And even in the situation when the borders still will be closed,
Mm-hmm.
we are ready to accept them and to start their learning in distant form for first
Okay.
year students.
Okay. Okay. So are you planning to open more groups maybe in February, or all the intakes are closed for now? I mean, is there opportunity for new students to join?
Well, we plan to do it, and
Okay.
it's very important to take enough participants.
Okay.
So if you will have any ideas and any personal requests, how uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay,
we are ready.
it's better to email the university. Maybe last question about that. Can you tell us the tuition fees for the preparatory Russian course at Voronezh State Medical University?
So it's about 120 rubles for this course.
120 rubles. So guys, we are talking.
120 rubles, thousands,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, of course, of course, of course. So we are talking about 1,600 USD dollar. It is the cost for the preparatory Russian language course at Voronezh State Medical University. Pretty cheap comparing with other universities. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay, let's take more questions here. We're having some questions here in French, I believe, coming from Algeria, as I see, asking about if there is that. Okay, as I understand from the question, the student asking, is there opportunity to study French, the medicine or general medicine in French? I think Voronezh is not providing that one, right? Okay, only English and Russian. English and Russian are available. But by the way, tell us, is there any students from Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria at Voronezh State Medical University?
Yes, we have some.
So you have some students
Um,
here, and they are studying. They prefer to study in Russian or in English.
we have English speaking, and but from Morocco, they are Russian speaking students.
Yeah, Russian speaking students. Because you know these countries they have a French background, or they know French as a second language, so they prefer to study in Russia. As I got it. Okay, that's great. Can you tell us a little bit about the life cost at Voronezh city? What, like in general, how much, or in average, how much the international students spending monthly on life cost, eating, transportation, maybe. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
So we can answer on this. So definitely, Voronezh is not Moscow or St. Petersburg, you
Okay.
know. So we can say that transport fees are very low, and the cost of the average cost of life, well, it's difficult to calculate it in right now. But I
Okay.
suppose that's between 15,000 to 30,000, depending on the personal demands.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So we can say like students, international students, they spending from 200 till 350 USD dollar monthly, let's say, yeah?
We
Yeah.
That's
suppose
great.
this
That's
would
great.
be enough.
That's great. In Moscow, of course, in Moscow will not be enough for 10 days, this amount.
Maybe for 1 day.
Yeah, yeah. We getting here some question about the accommodation again. For the international students, are they allowed to rent apartment at the city out of the hostel? If yes, can you tell us please what is the average monthly rent cost?
Well, definitely there are some apartments and even some apartments around the university. So
Mm-hmm.
first year students could rent for these apartments and to work very closely to live very closely to the main buildings of
Mm-hmm.
our university.
Mm-hmm.
So, the rent level, it's a very difficult question. Definitely depends on personal demands,
Of
but
course.
the starting, I suppose, if one flat with one room, I suppose it's about 10 to 15,000 of rubles.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, several students could take, or two students, for
Two
example.
students, two
Yes,
students. So if we like one plus one, we call that in English, like one apartment, yeah, plus kitchen, bathroom, and all this stuff. They telling us like 15,000 ruble, dear friends, it will be around 200 USD dollar. Two students can live in that. Dividing that price, so it will be $100 per month. Very cheap, honestly. That's very great. About the ranking of the university, again, they asking us here.
yes.
Voronezh State Medical University. Maybe you would like to answer this question.
Oh, well, I will
Please,
answer on
please.
this.
Mm-hmm.
So we participated in several, so we were marked in several international ratings.
Mm-hmm.
First one, very proud, is Forbes
Forbes. Okay.
rate system, and we take 33 line in the Forbes rate.
Wow, that's great.
It's yes, it's very we were very honored with this.
Mm-hmm.
So in the next one, RS ratings, Europe Chambers published these
Mm.
results. We take 36.
Wow, wow, that's great.
And the next one is RAIEX, it's Special
RIX.
Rating Agency,
Mm-hmm.
University Reputations, and
Mm-hmm.
we take 12 line
Among Russian universities,
among medical Russian.
among Russian medical universities, you are ranked as 12. That's
Yeah,
great.
the
Mm-hmm.
reputation
Mm-hmm.
rate. Well, so that's good.
Yeah, that's great. As well, maybe I add from my side, as I see Voronezh State Medical University ranked in the QS World Ranking in the top 1,000. I saw that in the higher times as well in the top 1,000 worldwide. So that, guys, we can say it is a very reputational university, ranked very well in international and local university ranking. That's why, dear friends, I'm getting here more questions. I would like to ask my team here to put the official email of Voronezh State Medical University in the chat, because our time is coming till to the end. In case if you would like to apply to ask more questions, kindly email the university, the international department. As you see, they are with us. They will be very happy to answer your questions. For this year, we hope that. The COVID situation will become better and better. So next year you will be able to travel directly to Russia, to Voronezh Medical University, because as we know, general medicine, pharmacy, dentistry, this kind of programs, it need a face-to-face practice. As am I right, guys? So it will be maybe a little bit hard to do the online one. Hopefully, worldwide the situation will be better. Thank you very much, our dear friends from Voronezh State Medical University. Kindly, maybe you would like to tell something in the end for the audience watching us right now.
Well, we hope to see you among our students, to see you first of all face to face. We're hoping all these lockdowns will be finished at once. And but if it is not, we will be happy to see you among our students in a distant form of learning.
Virtually, yeah. Hopefully. Thank you very much, dear friends. Thank you very much for this wonderful time, for this wonderful information. Dear friends, audiences, we're finishing our first webinar with Voronezh State Medical University, one of the leading Russian medical universities. Right now, we will go with another Russian university, to Sur University, to talk more about engineering programs. Thank you and have a great day. Thank you very much. Thank you. So.